Hello and welcome to the training on receiving. This is one of my favorite topics. And in the beginning, receiving is going to be more of a practice for you. And as you continue to up level and get to a certain point in your life and in your business, receiving will actually become a requirement. For me and where I am now, I have to be able to receive. So it's important as you begin in the beginning to practice receiving and acknowledge the art of receiving and be in a mode of receptivity, in an energy of receptivity, that you begin to build that muscle now and practice it now, because when you get to higher levels of success in your life and business, you cannot do it all. You can have it all, but you absolutely cannot do it all. And so the amount of support that I receive in my life and in my business alone is very, very tremendous. And I'm very, very grateful for it. And at the same time, it requires me to receive it. I can't be in a mode of rejecting the help that I need in order for me to be the best version of myself, to be the best mother, to be the best partner, to be the best friend, to be the best coach, all of these different roles that I play. It is a requirement that I not do this alone. I would be in a hospital or dead at this point if that were the case, or have adrenal burnout. It is truly important to know what steps that you need to take in order to receive. In my personal life, I receive help from a personal assistant. I receive help from a private chef. I receive help from a gardener. I receive help from a lawn care person. I receive help from my sons. I could not do it all by myself. I even receive help from a cleaning person, and then occasionally I'll receive help from a handyman if there's something that needs to be fixed. In my business, I receive help from a virtual assistant. I receive help from a social media strategist, a marketing launch strategist, a filmmaker, all of these different roles, a graphic artist, a website designer, a website developer. And each person plays a very important role. And as you grow and as you become a grander version of yourself with more success, essentially what you're doing is you're creating your own ecosystem. If you think about it, we live in an environment where there's a purpose for each thing to do in order to have a tree bearing fruit. For example, a peach tree. The bee is important to pollinate, to cross-pollinate. The wind is important. The minerals in the soil are important. The sunshine, the water, all of these things contribute to the peach being a peach tree and bearing fruit. And the same holds true for me. I have people in different roles in each part of my life that help me to be the best version of myself and to bear fruit. I could not birth something as big as the School of Feminine Fortune without a tremendous amount of support and a tremendous amount of help. And what it takes at the end of the day is for me to be in the feminine energy of receptivity and allowing people to show up, especially when you haven't ignited it or you haven't engaged it. There are people that show up in my life all the time and they say, I'd like to offer you this support, or I'd like to offer you that support. And I have to be willing to say, yes, please, I would love to have that support, and know that it is going to enrich my life. It is going to make things easier for me. But if you're on the beginning of the journey, I want you to think for a moment about how well you do at receiving a compliment. In the smallest of its form, that is a direct indication of how well you need to develop this muscle, or how well it is already developed. At the end of the day, when you're in your work mode and your brain is thinking and creating and doing all of these tasks, you're more in a masculine energy. And when you take 30 minutes at the end of each day to take a bath or read a book or do something that is going to turn off the gears in your brain from going, what you're doing is you're taking a 30-minute time period that scientific research has proven that it takes for a woman to get back into her zone of femininity and her zone of receptivity. So if you're going all the time and you're doing all the time and you're making things happen all the time, you're not taking time to get into this energy of receiving and receptivity, which is part of universal law. There's the masculine and then there's the feminine. So if you're just going in the masculine all of the time, A, you're not going to be really truly supported by the universe, and B, you're going to burn out at some point and some point very soon. There is another way for you to check in with yourself about your level of receiving, and that is, are you able to receive gifts? Just a compliment is something so super simple. And I remember years and years ago when I was working in a high-end spa doing nails, I would go to work and of course dressed up, not like this necessarily, but somewhat similar. And people would give me compliments. They'd say, Rebecca, I love your hair today, or Rebecca, I love your nails today, or Rebecca, I love your shirt today. And I would always deject the compliment because I didn't necessarily feel worthy. So as you're on this path of receiving, you'll also need to have some inner self-talk that is affirming that you are deserving, that you are worthy of receiving your being taken care of by your partner or your spouse, or you're being taken care of by your family. If someone says, oh no, sit down, relax, I'll get that for you. Really lean back and really receive that. Each day you will have tremendous opportunity to practice the art of receiving. When you are not fully receiving, you are blocking a universal law of giving and receiving. There are two sides to that same coin. And if you're just giving, and you're having trouble receiving, or you can't receive a gift, or you can't receive a compliment, you are blocking the universal flow of the energy in the world. You are blocking abundance from coming into your life, and being able to receive simple things is a direct representation of your ability to receive big things. So if you're looking to create more abundance in your life, more financial abundance, more money, more clients, whatever that is, then this is the pathway forward for you. If you are someone who is just giving, and then you are blocking the other end of that flow of universal abundance, then you will have stagnation in your life, or you will be going in the backwards direction. That's not what up-leveling is about. Up-leveling is a true commitment to every area of your life being spectacular and being excellent. And the pathway forward to a really graceful, elegant up-level is for you to cultivate and practice receiving, to check in with yourself on a regular daily basis, maybe even begin to start what I call a receiving journal. What are the things that you received during the day? Words of affirmation from another, gifts from another, acts of kindness from another. What are those gifts that you received? What are those words that you received, and how did you receive them? Did you really take them in? If someone is giving you a compliment, or they're telling you, I'm so proud of you, you did such an amazing job, and you're not already giving that to yourself, you're going to have a huge challenge in fully receiving what they said, and you will deject it, or you will change the topic or change the subject. And what I want you to begin to associate that behavior with is every time you do that, you're saying no to more money, you're saying no to more clients, you're saying no to more abundance. So this is your homework. This is what you need to do in this training. From this day forward, continue to cultivate a field of receptivity so that not only are you in this energy of being receptive, but then you are willing to consciously take in what someone else is giving to you. And it is a gift. If you are someone who is a giver, you know this firsthand. It is truly a gift to have the person that you're giving something to be in receipt of it, to take it in and to be in gratitude and to be in appreciation and not reject it. There is a gift in accepting the act of kindness or the words of affirmation or the physical gift from the other person, and you are blocking them from their full experience of wanting to share something with you that they love about you, or that they've purchased for you, or that they want you to have. So open your arms as wide as you possibly can. Open your heart even wider. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and allow yourself to be in a place of receiving so that you can begin to open the floodgates of heaven and more abundance in your life.